process, and they just lock their gates against us. This is what is happening here now. In Use.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another segment of Plan B TV News. So today we're going to be launching our full investigations funding over the death of Olurufemi. You know, there have been a trendy video out there on how the hospital neglected the victim before he passed away because they failed to treat him regarding to the normal policy that were made in 2014 and 2017 amendments that without police reports, nobody will be treated with severe injury, either by gunshot or whatsoever accident or anything cause of the severe injury.
Our nurses we just met here, she said they cannot attend to her, they have their reason, saying there are procedure and process, and they just lock their gates against us. This is what is happening here now. In Use General Hospital. Metama General Hospital. This Metama.
But now we thank God that new trail has begun, just as the death of Mohbad have also triggered a new episode of production management on how they treat their signees or artists. Now, we thank God that a lot of things is happening, and at the same time, we regret to announce over the death of Olurufemi. The Senate House are disputing over it that now, henceforth, anybody that is found guilty of not treating the patient because police report is not made available at the point of the emergency, the hospital might face nothing less than 5 years imprisonment or even led to the closures of the hospital. At the same time, the new minister, taking it politely with anybody, especially the hospital that was found in the viral video who refused to treat Olurufemi because there was no police report.
You heard what happened on the 26th, and you are aware that this is not the first time this thing is happening. You and I are aware of that. It has been going on not only in this hospital, in almost all the hospitals in Nigeria. It has been going on. And most times, little thing that you people would have done to resuscitate somebody ends up leaving that person to die off. And you people were still asking the people to carry the corpse out of the hospital. The videos are there. We have evidences on this issue. But we want to use your hospital as a typical example that it will never happen again anywhere else. Because that girl that died belonged to somebody. She's a Nigerian citizen. She was a Nigerian citizen. It's a state child. Normally, every child belongs to the state. You know that. And do you have anything to tell me, or did you give them such an instruction? If they bring emergency, they shouldn't accept them. What do you have to say about this?
In these circumstances, with due respect, the video trending was false.
How?
Yes. This lady, when she was brought in as a BID. We call it BID, brought in dead. My nurse promptly saw and called in the doctor.
What did they use to show she was dead? How did they know that?
She checked the radar pulse.
She did that? I didn't see the video doing that.
Okay.
I saw this girl in this hospital. None of you attended to her. Do you have the video that showed your staff checking the pulse? Yes. Can you show us?
You're talking about the one trending on social media?
Yes.
Oh no, there's a CCTV camera that picked all what, there's footages.
Okay, in the footages, what happened?
She checked the pulse, checked the radial pulse, and came in to call the doctor on duty. Even before she went out, another doctor that was passing even branched and saw with bare hands. She saw.
Madam, is it enough to just check the pulse? Don't you people have oxygen? Don't you have those things they used to pump the heart to see if it could come back, knowing that it was an emergency thing that happened?
We check the pulse first. If you don't feel the pulse, you go to carotid. If there's no carotid pulse, the pupils are fixed and dilated. Nothing will bring that thing back. Pupils are fixed and dilated.
How do we see this video you're talking about?
It's with
the MD.
Panel.
The panel.
The MD.
Yes.
And where is the panel now?
Is at
Area 11.
Where?
Health Secretariat.
Health Secretariat.
Health Secretariat.
That's where they're having the meeting right
panel,
now?
yes.
The panel?
Yes. So it has.
Let's go there. Let's go and join it. No, you left. Where is it?
Yes, we are upstairs.
What floor? Please show me. One of the daughters of the ministry. I don't understand that. Because I went to the Metama hospital and I was told there's a panel going. I should be informed so that I can defend my person. She's a daughter of my ministry. She was a daughter of my ministry. So what's going on?
I think, ma'am.
I have joined the panel. Give me a seat. Okay, what is it?
Thank you for coming. But this panel was constituted by the mandate secretary.
Who?
By the FCC mandate secretary.
The mandate secretary. That is for FCT.
On health.
And on health. Let this panel without my name being there, without my ministry. Call that person.
No,
because no, excuse me, madam.
I will do what you want. We will do what you want.
There's no way. Can you imagine that a woman died in that hospital? That is the issue, isn't it? If that is the issue, I should be involved in whatever decision that will be taken. I have to protect the rights of that woman.
Okay. And we will come with you.
Thank you. So if you want to call the person, but my office must be represented. If not me, my director for women should be here so that we'll be able to defend that lady. I'm sorry, because we all know, you and I know, that this is not the first time this thing is happening. It happens in most of the hospitals. They keep rejecting people. We're changing the narratives now with the new president. It cannot continue. So I must have to be part of this panel. So if you want us to continue, let's go ahead and continue. While you correct it, that they must inform me each time you people are sitting. So I went to Metama Hospital to get the names of those people that were on duty that day to sue them to court. Because I will not leave any stone unturned on this particular issue. Not because of this particular issue alone, but because that these are things that have been going on. Many Nigerians have been dying carelessly due to this attitude of these hospitals. I want to bring in an organization that equally has interest in the women and children to join the panel. You can't be the one you committed to.
It didn't end there. The Senate also have this to say that, okay, they have to amend their constitutions over the way the hospitals are treating Nigerian during the time of emergency. So at the end of it, they also have a minute silence over the death of Olorufemi. They said it's unjust and they will not take it lightly. And any hospital that is therefore found guilty over the same menace, that they will have nothing to do but to death with the minimum of 5 years imprisonment, either being whatsoever. So I want you guys to watch this particular video. We'll be right back.
Good afternoon, Mr. President, distinguished colleagues. My name is Asuko Ekwenyo, Senator representing Cross River South. I'm here to present the motion on the persistent denial of treatment and care to victims of gunshot wounds and other emergencies, urgent need to ensure compliance with the provision of the Compulsory Treatment and Care for Victims of Gunshots Act 2017. The Senate worried that even within the Federal Capital Territory and across the country, hospitals continue to demand for police report before victims are attended to. With an embarrassing report of the death of Miss Greatness Olorunfemi, a community developer and member of the Young African Leaders Initiative Network, on account of alleged refusal of Maitama District Hospital Abuja to accept and treat her after being pushed out of a fast-moving vehicle, after being attacked and pushed out of a fast-moving vehicle on Tuesday, the 26th of September, by the notorious one-chance operators. Aware that following the enactment of the National Health Act 2014, and particularly the Compulsory Treatment and Care for Victims of Gunshots Act 2017, victims of gunshots and other emergencies now have the right to treatment, a right which is rooted in Section 1 thereof and reads to wit. As from the commencement of this act, every hospital in Nigeria, whether public or private, shall accept or receive for immediate and adequate treatment, with or without police clearance, any person with a gunshot wound. Also aware that Section 3 of the Compulsory Treatment and Care for Victims of Gunshots Act 2017 reiterates the provision of Section 1 thereof by providing that No gunshot victim shall be refused immediate and adequate treatment whether or not an initial monetary deposit has been made. Again, aware that Section 13 provides that any person or authority, including any police officer or other security agents or hospitals, who stands by or omits to do his bit, which results in the unnecessary death of any person with bullet wound, commits an offense and shall on conviction be liable to 5 years imprisonment and or a fine of 50,000. A provision which the 10th Senate may review to provide for stiffer penalties. Concerned that the problem with the treatment of gunshot victims is not because of an absence of law, because the Compulsory Treatment and Care of Victims of Gunshots Act 2017 clearly provides for the mandatory treatment of such victims alongside punishments for contravention of the provisions of this act, but that the problem is centered around enforcement and compliance. Affirms the need to uphold the provisions of Section 14(2)(b), 33 and 34 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as altered, and to ensure strict compliance with the provision of the Compulsory Treatment and Care of Victims of Gunshots Act 2017 to stop further unnecessary loss of precious life due to persistent refusal of hospitals to admit, treat, and care for victims of gunshots and other emergencies. The Senate accordingly resolves to 1. Observe a minute silence for the repose of the soul of Miss Greatness Olurunfemi, who allegedly lost her life on Tuesday, the 26th of September 2023, due to the refusal of Metema District Hospital, Abuja, to provide treatment and care because of an absence of a report, and several other Nigerians who have lost their lives in similar circumstances nationwide. 2. Invite the Honorable Minister of Health and the Inspector General of Police to appear before the Joint Committee on Health and Police Affairs to brief the committee on the non-compliance with the provision of the Compulsory Treatment and Care for Victims of Gunshots Act 2017. And 3. Mandate the Committees on Health, Police Affairs, and Legislative Compliance to ensure compliance. I so move.
Let me thank the Senior Senator Asukwa Ekpeyon and all those who have contributed to the debate on this all-important motion to say that the Senate is very sad that this occurred in the first place. And in line with prayer 1, I want us to rise and observe a minute silence for our late Miss Greatness Olorunfemi and any other soul that could have been lost in such circumstances. May the soul of late Greatness Olorunfemi was shot by unknown persons but abandoned by.
At the end of the day, the new minister of health have this to say to wrap it up that, okay, if you are in Nigeria, this is what you have to do, especially the hospital who have been so gullible when you rush in the patients, trying to tell you that they need this, they need that. So I just want you guys to watch what the new minister after the dispute and the anger she displayed in the hospitals that ignorantly avoid to treat the Olurufemi before it passed on. So I want you guys to watch this particular video.
Even my directors will not come empty-handed. They have been chopping money too. They will dip their hands into their pockets, collect something that you people call tithe. You go to churches, you give it to pastors. They use it in a way you don't know. Bring out that tithe now for the rural women and get tools, please. I beg of you.
God that the new minister did not take it politely. I like the anger in her face. If she keep this up, I believe under the sectors we definitely improve. There are a lot of videos out there, especially the way the Nigeria government hospitals treat patients. Sometimes there's no electricity. Sometimes rain is dropping inside the hospital. So anyway, I want you guys to hear your own opinion regarding to the new developments in Nigeria on how the Tinubu regime is really looking in depth over the issues that have been neglected by the past administrative, especially under the government of Muhammadu Buhari. All right, I want to hear from you in the comment section. What are your thoughts over these issues and the death of Olorufemi? Have you experienced any similar case whereby doctors or nurses or any hospitals not treating any of your relative friends or over police reports? You know, I was opportune to watch one particular video about 2 years ago of a pregnant woman. She was in labor. The doctor refused to attend to her because she did not deposit a certain amount. Because of that, she died right in the front of the hospital, outside the hospital. And unfortunately, it was later announced that she died with a baby twins in her womb. So similar cases have been out there, how the doctors have been so negligent and at the same time nonchalant. So on the other hand, there are some patients, after you treat them for free, instead of them to put it in their head like, okay, if I should run, knowing that the next patient might suffer it, you will just give them the privilege to go out there and look for money to pay their debts. They will just run, they will not return. While there are some cases that I've also watched videos of doctors administer medication for patients, and the family of that patient will just abandon their family there, their person there, not coming back to pay the bills. So I think that these are one of the things that makes some doctors not to administer medication. Why in some cases, the police report that is under constitution that said if anybody is found treating somebody with a bullet wound, that hospital might be in problem. So we thank God that the Senate have already nullified that articles out of their constitution. Now, every Nigerian citizen's life matters. First of all, there must be a first aid or first treatment before considering any other documents, just like in the Western world. They don't care either you have insurance, health insurance, or anything. The only thing that matters to them is to save the life before they can start opening any page that matters about restrictions, documents, or finance or anything. So that's why the government also have to set up an organization, an NGO that could finance anybody that is unable to take care of their health issues, especially in case of emergency like this. Like in the Western world, there are people who are unable to pay for their health insurance or for medical treatment. The government were able to set this organization as, okay, this department can fund it for you. It's still under government, they will do it, just like as anybody can get access to free lawyer, free government lawyer. There should be an free government hospitals who will treat somebody for free. And what are your takes about these whole issues about Nigerians and the hospital sectors? I want to hear from you in the comment section. All right, until we meet again, remember, if you have not subscribed, please do so. If you do, turn on the notification bell so that you'll be among the first person to be notified anytime the Plan B TV team upload a new video. For all our returning subscribers, God bless you. I just want to use this minute to appreciate you for your kind gesture. All returning to watch our video. Remember, I love you, but God love you more. Until we meet again, stay tuned, Plan B TV. Peace out.
I said now who they yes on a Plan B TV. Plan B TV. Everybody make you wake up to Plan B TV. I'll give you the news, I see the hot up. You subscribe and give them thumbs up. Now they go give you the updates. They are the new blocks in the town. Now they go give you the gist though. Now they go give you all the news, cause it's kind of weather you need all the fun, oh. I said now who they is on a Plan B TV. Plan B TV. I said now who they is on a Plan B TV. Plan B TV. I said now who